Hi everyone, welcome back for another Beyblade Burst Rise unboxing and opening as it were. And today we're going to be looking at the new Airknight K5. We'll kick things off with a bit of a readout of the back, and it is a right spinning layer. Our forge disc is the 8 forge disc. And our performance tip will be the Rise version of Eternal, I believe. Do not quote me on that. I'm not 100% positive about it. And then our stat bar here indicates that we've got 3 to runtime and 3 to drop-in rate. So according to that, it's a pretty well balanced bay. And that's it for the packaging, and we'll get it opened up, have a closer look at everything, discuss the differences between the Takara Tomy one and the previous turbo version, as well as have a feel of those slopes, just how strong they are, and finish everything off with a little test fire in a stadium. Alright, well, everything's out on our table now, and that was definitely one of the easier openings that I've done with these bays. Nothing holding the pieces in, so no struggle removing them from the packaging. And we'll start things off by having a look at our layer first. And here he is, our Airknight layer, and I do not have another one to compare it to, so I apologize for that, but I'm pretty familiar with it anyway. So the previous version was a solid blue plastic, and they've given us this nice see-through green one this time. And we do still get the gimmick with this guy, which would have been really disappointing if they hadn't gone with it. So the gimmick is these holes here, which give it a sort of lift when it's spinning fast enough. But whether that gimmick actually comes into play at all is another story completely. But then also they've changed the coloring on our plastic here with the face, and they've gone with this gold on this outer frame here, which if it was the Takara Tomy one would have been made out of metal, but I wasn't expecting that from the Hasbro guys anyway, because they tend to leave their metal off of their bays. Yeah, that's it for that. I'll go over to the back side and give you a moment to grab that QR code if you wish, and then we'll move on to that forge disc. So for that, we've got the 8 forge, or 8 dash, sorry, and that's quite different from the previous one where it came with the 12 disc and expand frame. We'll see what sort of difference that makes. It's definitely going to add a little bit more weight to the bay, so they'll extend its lastability, and hopefully it works out for the better. We'll move on to our performance tip. Here we are, our performance tip, and as I mentioned previously, it does look like it is a Rise version of Eternal, but I can't be absolutely sure of that. It's definitely a stamina tip. It's nice and smooth, has a bit of aerodynamics to it, and you've got that sloped edge to it, so just like with the Wizard Fafnir, it'll have a good life after death, so it'll roll nicely. and I expect good things in the stamina department from this guy. Alright, we'll piece him together and we'll have a feel at just how strong those slopes are. Alright, we're partially together, and here comes the moment of truth. If I can actually get it in there. There we are. And alright, well, it takes a little bit of effort to get it on there initially, so that's a good sign. And yeah, that's not bad at all. It keeps wanting to shift back when I lift it forward there, so that's definitely a positive towards it. Doesn't have like super strong grip, but it's definitely got a decent amount of resistance to it. So yeah, I would give that probably about above average for those slopes. And let's get out our stadium now and finish off with that test launch. Okay, well, here we go, and 3, 2, 1, let us rip. Oh, there we are. Get a little bit of movement from it, and she settled back down rather quickly, so pretty much living up to those stats on the back of the packaging that we saw. And I wish I had the Takara Tomy version or the turbo one to actually put it up against and see which one lasts longer, but I do have an Eternal, and I'll work with what I can and try and set something up for a future video and see if we can compare the two. But that's looking pretty good in that stamina department anyway, and I'm just going to wait for it to slow down and make sure we do have that life after death movement from him. Here we go, and rolling nicely on that edge there, as I said, just like Wizard Fafnir. And oh, that's it for this one. I hope you liked the video, and until next time, enjoy the rest of your day.